Okay, good. Alright.
Always be looking in the camera. Or looking at yourselves.
Yeah, you can if you want to. Yeah. Hi people, I'm blocking her face, but it's Makayla here. Yeah.
Jesus. No. Good.
Okay, that's okay. Hi everybody, so it's Makayla here, and as you read by the title, this is yet another episode of Christ Culture, second episode. It took me a while to get there, but we're here, okay? So, I have 4 lovely people with me here today. This episode is going to be good, hopefully a little juicy, and hopefully you guys are blessed by this episode. So, I'm not going to be on camera. I'm going to be behind the camera asking questions, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and we're going to get started, okay? Okay.
So hi everyone, my name is Ashley Bernard. I'm a second year student at the University of the West Indies, and I'm studying business management.
Okay. Hi, I'm Desiree. I am a final year law major, and I'm also attending UA in Jamaica, University of the West Indies.
Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Harris. I'm from University of the West Indies. I'm studying public policy and management.
Hey everyone, I'm Zidane. I study language education at the UA Mona.
Okay, so that's everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get started with the first question. Okay. What is the difference to you guys between dating and courting? If there is a difference, what is the distinct difference between the two? Whoever wants to take the start, they can answer first.
Okay, so for me, well, I believe that dating is getting to know persons. You can date more than one person. That might seem a bit weird, and dating, it's done in group. Courtship can be done in group also, but dating is just finding out if you're right with that person, while courting on the other hand is thinking about if this person can be your future spouse, like someone that you can get married to. Yeah, so that's it for me.
Zidane?
Well, I think dating is getting to know someone. Unlike Ashley, I think dating is one-on-one. It can be done in groups, but not dating multiple persons at once. And then courting is a more intentional focus towards marriage. Yeah.
Cool.
Y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I share the same sentiments.
Yeah.
Dating.
Definitely.
When I think of dating, I think that you're just getting to know the person, and courting is, as Zidane say, you're being more intentional. There's a focus, like towards marriage.
Okay. Well, this question is where we're going to get a little bit more personal. I want to know, each of you guys have to speak on this question. What are your top 2 deal breakers? Assuming that you guys would want somebody who is a believer. Other than that, what are your top 2 deal breakers that you just will not do within a relationship or with a partner?
So, she can't be mean. No, wait.
Well, 2 deal breakers. The first one is that he cannot be lazy. I want somebody who is very ambitious, who is driven, because the word of the Lord says that, if you sleep too much, you'll be poor. So, I don't want somebody who sleep too much and, just waste with their life, just don't have any drive, just always lazy, and God speak against that. So, that's a deal breaker for me. And another one is that you have to be secure in yourself, your identity. You need to know who you are. You can't be too insecure about yourself and project that on the other person who you're dealing with. You understand? It's very annoying, and like I just can't take it. You understand? Yeah. I have no other words. So yeah. Be secure in yourself. Know who you are. And one way to know who you are is to know who you are in God. And that's how you will be very secure.
A word, period.
You don't need any validation from nobody because you know who you get validation from already. You understand?
Okay, so one of the top 2 deal breakers for me, similar to Desiree, someone who doesn't know what they're about, and also someone who says that they are Christian but they don't want to pray with you, they don't want to read the word. So doesn't want to read the word, doesn't want to pray, like where's the future? I didn't see it, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, the guys. Well, you already said yours, right? No, you started up. So go ahead.
So the first one is that she can't not be a planner, right? She can't just be someone who lives in the moment. And the second one is she can't get angry easily. And she can't, like, persons who get angry and are annoyed easily, like they just can't manage. You know, the Bible speaks about Lord help me. The man
is better from when
you're right.
In the
to live a corner of his own stuff than
to live in a house with a contentious woman.
Oh Jesus! I tell you.
Are you retiring?
For me, it's similar to Zidane. A deal breaker for me is a woman that is miserable or gets agitated or angry easily. I have a phobia against females that are miserable. That's our legit phobia against it. The second one is what I would say is a girl that is I would say not lazy, but a girl that isn't smart. I don't like a girl that isn't smart. It's not really education.
Have to have sense.
That's crazy.
Support, have wisdom. Wisdom.
So, in a relationship, how would you or do you keep Jesus at the center?
Oh, man, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think we should answer that
one. Well, obviously, by ensuring that you glorify him and enjoy him more than the person that you're trying to become partners with. Also, both of you doing activities together that glorify Jesus, such as prayer, Bible study. You know, if you want to fast as well, that's really nice. Going to worship events, stuff like that.
And I also think that another important part is knowing what both of you struggle with, so that you can assist each other, encouraging each other through dark times and so forth. Yeah,
that's really good.
I think loving each other based on the requirements of
I love it.
Love is patience, love is kind, not loving like what the world is said to love.
Okay, so the next question is, which one should I do first? What are you guys' take? Like, do you guys think that disagreements and like arguments in a relationship, not necessarily arguments, but disagreements, arguments and things, how do you guys go about dealing with them? Or do you guys think they're healthy, unhealthy? Like, what's the point to where it gets toxic? Like, I want you guys to take on disagreements and things of that nature.
Alright, well, as a Christian, before I was a girl dating God, I had the belief that, if you don't argue, that means that you don't really care about the person. But now I have realized that, God don't call us to argue. He calls us to be, He calls us to be, can you help me out? If you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Caring, loving, patient.
He calls us to have
understanding.
Yes, and he said that our speech will be grace. You understand?
Yes.
So whenever we speak, we don't have to argue. You know, you can discuss the issues like to understanding adults who are trying to reach to a goal. You know, no circular discussion. You must always reach to a goal, a understanding on a certain matter. And if you raise your voice, then that's just, I deem that as it getting toxic. You know, don't raise your voice. Yeah, I'm gonna do too much to shout. You know, got too much to shout.
Shout out to the Lord and voice of triumph. Make a joyful noise.
You know, like, you understand people? Yeah.
Anybody else want to add or?
Well, I can speak from a previous relationship where we got in a lot of arguments. And personally, I didn't handle it well at all. So oftentimes we'd be going around in circles, and you know, conflict resolution is something that I realized I have to work on. And I think arguments are something that will happen just because you are two persons who are getting to know each other, and there will be differences, but it's just about how you go about it. And that is another way of keeping Christ at the center, because you know, you acknowledge the differences and then you say, okay, how do I put Christ in a tangible way and then be like Christ towards that person. So as Desiree said, raising your voice, that's not something Christ would do and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely think it's toxic, isn't it? To be arguing in a relationship. I personally hate it. I would never want to be arguing with a person that I am in a relationship with, because Christ said wrath doesn't produce anything of God, you know, and I think, you know, we should I'd rather reason things out, isn't it? Yeah, conflict resolution, as Zidane says, is very important, you know, and that's a part of, you know, being wise.
Yeah. A soft answer territory, previous words, anger.
Yeah,
that's just toxic, isn't it? So, you know, if you're in a relationship and there's constant argument, you know, it's not fun, it's just a cycle. It's not purpose.
And then you get uncomfortable with the individual, and you're like, oh, I wonder if I should say this. This is practical person.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And then mind games, you know, ego war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's no connection, there's no freedom to just be yourself, because you don't always have to be, you know, trying to, well,
prove yourself.
Yeah. Or limit yourself because you're afraid that it probably might just spark some. Although God calls us to, you know, just if that happens, as a Christian, that's what you're supposed to do. You avoid arguments, you know, like be a pacifist. You're not supposed to be the person who wins.
That's not a peacemaker.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that you should, like, not arguing is not like not saying, like, or confronting an issue. Because that
can't brush it to the side.
Can't brush it to the side just because they don't want to spark something. And I think when an issue really bothers you, you should say it to your spouse, or is me a wife or husband or something.
Or a girlfriend. Long term. Marriage-minded man right here.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I also believe that conflict, it plays its part also because it is by addressing certain things that you prevent other stuff from arising or other things from happening.
How would you go about setting up boundaries, physical boundaries, all those kind of things? Give me y'all a rundown, opinion, take on boundaries, their importance, maybe lack thereof if you don't think they're important. Yeah.
They're very important.
Alright, Des, you want to start us off?
No.
Well, I think that boundaries are very important. So first of all, you should let the person know where you stand as you're about to enter into that relationship, and then you'll see their true colors. If probably you say something like, really, that really make no sense, then you'll know that probably this is not the relationship that I want to be in.
So you have to know who you are as an individual, you know, because if you're not secure in yourself, if you don't know what you stand for, then you'll fall for anything, and boundaries won't be established. And how I go about establishing boundaries is I go off of what the word says, and I try to, you know, establish it. Okay, so be more practical. Okay, so like if I meet somebody, if I'm dating somebody, and like we're just hanging out by ourselves, I don't want them to touch me, you know, don't touch me, you know, because as a woman, you know, women respond to women respond to touch, and you know, it will spark those sexual urges and emotions and all of those things, and you just want to really avoid them until it's time. You know, you will get there at a certain point, you know. So just establish your boundaries. You get to know each other as friends, you know, and don't worry about it's gonna be. First of all, if you have a Christian, a real godly mindset, you're not gonna worry about the future and how the intimacy is gonna come in. You know, it will come in. You know, the Lord will give it to you, and it will just flow. The more that you get to know somebody on a platonic level, the more that you get to know someone on that level, the more that you feel more, you know, comforted around somebody. Without having to touch and, you know, be sexually intimate. Then the intimacy, I believe, you know, will come in easily. So one thing in setting boundaries for me is no touching.
And another thing, along with no touching, certain words, just not to say certain things. Yeah.
Certain words like what?
What do you think? But you know, what one person said to me, as it relates to like, so for instance, you go on a date or you wear something around that person, and the person like, yeah, I really like that, and you don't wear it again.
What?
Wait.
You're really
I
really like the
Christian.
Well, I mean, it depends on.
It depends on how the person says it.
How the person say it, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably how the person says it.
Yeah, like a dream.
Yeah, but it's just like appreciation for
Yeah,
the
very
yeah.
beautiful. No matter what we know, you know, it's sexy.
I sincerely believe that word should be banned in a Christian relationship. Because the word sexy really means sexually attractive. And I think between dating, court, before marriage period, there should be no desire or focus about sexual attraction. You know?
Yeah, legit.
Oh, so for me, boundaries are important, but I think discipline is also needed after the boundaries are established. After you've had that conversation, you know, it's a discipline and the self-control, which is a fruit of the spirit, to actually maintain those boundaries is critical.
Yeah, for me also, boundaries are also important. You know, everyone needs that moral compass or that navigation. You know, and God is a God of order. So yes, you know, we should have discretion. Proverbs say, you know, the wise, you know, has discretion. So especially as a boy, as a male, boundaries are important, even if the thing doesn't really lead to a sexual act or anything, you know. Don't let your good be easily spoken of, you know. So that too, very important.
Yeah. One other point, when I was growing up, my mommy would always, you know, tell me about, she was very open, very raw. So as I was growing up, I would learn about the different. I would learn about relationships and what not to do. So one thing she would always reiterate is that if a man loves you, then he will protect you. So I thought that mean like, you know, protection like from harm and all of those things. But growing up now and really thinking about it, protection meaning protecting him.
Salvation.
Yeah, protecting him from
Protecting your purity.
yeah, protecting your purity, protecting you from him, you know, and yeah, protection, you know. So if you really care about the individual, you're gonna really think about them, because you don't go into a relationship for yourself. You're going there to be selfless. You understand? You're going there to serve. So if you have that mindset, then the boundaries will be really important, because you want to reach to a goal and you really care about the person and you really care about God, because that's the person who you really need to focus on in establishing boundaries. Will God be glorified if I, you know, go over the boundary, or if I don't establish the boundaries and sin against God? So that should be a focus.
So, last question is, how do you personally, or how would you deal with rejection?
Okay, so how did I rejection. So I'm gonna get a little personal here. So for me, I think I suffer with loneliness, but it's something that God is helping me to deal with. He's showing me that I'm enough and that He's always there for me, so I don't have to worry about rejection or dejection or anything. But I deal with it now, kind of learning how to deal with it. So, you know, learning how to appreciate myself, learning how to love myself, and in learning that God is showing me that He loves me, and it's by experiencing the love of God that I am able to accept myself for who I am. So that's a journey that I'm on right now.
Testify.
How do you rejection? Rejection. Wow. I don't really like talking about this, you know, but because I don't want to sound. I need to cut it out. Cause of
So rejection, I've never personally experienced it, but in theory, I think if I pursue this young lady in a Christ-like manner, then, you know, if she rejects me, then, you know, I have to respect her decision, first of all, and then I have to go about ensuring that in my own heart, I don't have any like bad feelings towards her, because, you know, rejection can be hurtful. You know, they say a crush can crush your heart, and that's pretty true. So I have to ensure that, you know, I really move on, or if it is that the Lord is still leading me to pursue this young lady, that I still pursue a little bit from a distance and respect her and actually just be friends with her. And going forward, I have to ensure that, you know, even if I have feelings for her, then I try my best to just stay friends and don't, you know, cross that boundary of being anything more. And, you know, if needs be, I have to go home and cry and then wait till the next morning. And yeah, just move on with life. And don't move on too quickly. Yeah.
alright. Explain it.
Oh, in terms of like, you know, sometimes when you get rejected, your ego is hurt and you feel bad. So you're like, let me just go get an next girl because I know I can, and you want to feel good about yourself. But it's like, that's not good, because, you know, firstly you're hurting the girl, then you're hurting yourself.
More.
Yeah, so it's like not good for anybody.
Yeah, for me, I've been rejected. Yeah, it hurts, but yeah, rejection hurts, but yeah, as you said, God, when if you do anything the godly way, it's easier for you, to move on or heal, yeah, because you have Christ, so I always just feel that security, but yeah, so but the question was dealing with it. If it hurts back, cry, cry for more, but I personally never cry for rejection or anything, but there's advice to especially males, we don't let the stereotype in society cause crying is actually healthy, me cry, but cry
Jesus
to
Christ.
yeah, even Jesus cried, but cry to Christ, cry to God, vent to Him, and you will refresh your, then rejuvenate, back again, up running. Yeah, so dealing with rejection is just really letting it out to Christ, and He will pour into you and just ready you up again, because
Yeah. Cool. So I have been rejected once.
Yes.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that we got rejected. Anyway, but we know that was gone. I'm glad we get rejected. Coming in that listen. Hey. Anyway, but yeah, I got rejected and I felt heartbreak for the first time. It was horrible. I felt so. It was physical pain and I couldn't even think.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? I don't understand. But then I realized that I was actually heartbroken. And I used to say, I'm not bad over no man. And just find myself a ball. So crying, it's sometimes inevitable, so you have to cry to get over, the rejection. Just cry, and of course I cried to God definitely, because it was unbearable. So, and I realized that nobody else, no human could have really bear this burden. Only God could have changed my stance, my heart.
Yeah.
So I cried to God. And then the Lord restored me eventually, and He also sent persons who went through similar experiences to advise me of how to, not get myself back into a situation to be rejected again. Because sometimes you want to make amends with certain things, but then God must make amends, but you have to use wisdom, because sometimes the devil will probably put the person who you've been rejected from by in the way again, and then you just get caught up back in a cycle, so you have to use godly wisdom, and just take it one day at a time, don't really be down on yourself too much, know your worth, and that's you know your work by knowing who God say you are, so you don't need if somebody reject you. I heard this recently, like rejection is somebody's opinion on you, so don't really think that's fact, you understand? But just
I think rejection is good sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Rejection is good.
Yeah.
Because rejection prevents you from wasting your time. It close a door where God, where I'll go, where probably the enemy are leading, and God just shut it. So rejection is actually good. Rejection is actually good.
And
good.
Another thing that I think God has been teaching me is that it's important to establish yourself in Him first. before you go and seek a relationship.
Bro.
And that is very important. I think God is teaching me that. He's having me sit in a seat and actually you need to get this. I'm telling you something. So establish yourself first, love yourself, appreciate yourself, because if you can't do that, how can that person appreciate you?
And then how can you love that person?
Exactly.
Also?
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all are preaching today. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about in regards to relationship? Any encouraging words you want to give people, or anything that's on your heart?
Yeah, to me, rejection is good. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of persons, they are kind of scared of that, you see me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and, always see Christ, always seek Him first, seek Him first in everything, and just know that when you see Christ, He probably tell you the answer that tell you something,
You don't want to hear.
And just seek God, seek God.
That's sometimes what people are going to
You're going to, we know already that.
No, God.
Sometimes we know that, this person is not for me, but.
Trust God, and be yourself always.
Yeah. And another thing to have Christian friends who are grounded, who have experience with relationships, and listen to them. If they're feeling a certain way, listen to them, because sometimes you on the inside are not seeing what they're seeing, looking from the outside. So you have to have godly counsel around you, helping you. That's my advice. Get Christian friends, who are grounded, who put God at the center of their lives, so they know how to gauge you.
And just one thing, I think over time this person should become like a best friend. Well, not like, he or she should become your best friend. Like whether you're just sitting down in, doing a video or whatever, or you're outside or you're at the movies, wherever you go, you should just have this really nice connection, because the heart of it, between dating and then marriage, courting, all of it, there's just a real friendship at the heart of it. And that's just the main emphasis, I think, of relationship, that friendship, that intimate friendship, that companionship, that fellowship, and that's just something that's really beautiful.
That's the end. That is it. Second episode of Christ Culture is done. Hopefully a third will be
soon.
I'm gonna just let y'all know, Zidan is one of the people who actually faithfully watches my channel and is always telling me how he feels about my videos, so thank you. Real life supporter right here. That is it. Comment below what y'all liked about the video, what do you guys want to see in the future, what another episode idea should be. If you want to be a part of an episode, let your girl know, let me know. That is it, and like I said from the beginning, I hope you guys are blessed by this video, and hope you really got something out of it, because they were preaching, they were speaking the truth today, they brought the word and everything. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all, and that's about it. Bye.